Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for the road to my 698th Platinum Trophy. Today's game is the PS4 version of Powerwash Simulator. So that probably sounds like a really dumb kind of game to be playing for those of you who are newer to the trophy achievement world. Probably sounds like a really stupid thing to be playing. But I don't care what anyone says. This game is awesome, and it is. It's just that it's the ultimate sort of chill out. I've had a long, stressful day of work. I'm gonna go be satisfied by slowly cleaning things with a power washer. It sounds so dumb, and yet it's one of the most enjoyable games I've played in the last few years. I mean, it's just oddly satisfying to clean things with a power washer. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's partially the fact that I'm kind of OCD and all, but I don't know. Something about this is just an absolute joy to play. Now, that being said, this is not that quick of a platinum. It's like a 30-hour platinum. I think it took me about 30 hours on my profile to get through. And I'm sure you could do it just a little bit faster than that, but I'm not sure you could do it that much faster. So it is a little bit of a time-consuming one, as you pretty much have to complete every single job in the game, and a lot of them have miscellaneous trophies you have to complete. But, my god, this game is just, it's stupidly fun and relaxing, and I would highly recommend it to anyone out there. Also, I'm pretty sure that if you buy the PS4 version, you get the PS5 version as well. So I believe it is cross-buy, because I do own both versions of it, but I bought it like a month prior to this. So I'm assuming that's what happened, that it was cross-buy. But anyway, the last trophy here is to clean the van. Oh, well, there it is. Clean the van using only the red nozzle, which is the 0-degree nozzle, which is the nozzle that has the most intense spray, but the least sort of radius, diameter, whatever the measurement is. So I had to do this one in free play, because I actually missed this one on my original playthrough, unfortunately. I thought I was doing it correctly because I, like, switched at one point and then I thought I reset it or something, but I guess it didn't. I guess I didn't do it correctly. Either way, though, I mean, I could clean that one very quickly in free play because the van is pretty small. It's pretty easy to clean. The Platinum Trophy is very easy overall. Like, it's a 2 to a 3 out of 10. The only difficulty comes from the challenge mode. Everything else would be like a 1.5 out of 10. So, when it comes to the Platinum Trophy, you have to own all 6 cleaning liquids at once, so just purchase 1 bottle of each and have them all in your inventory at the same time. You have to purchase each of the power washers and most of the attachments in the game, including all of the attachments for the Ultimate Prime Vista Pro power washer. There's only 4 power washers in the game, and then there's a certain number of attachments for each of them, so you just have to buy all of that. It's not difficult to do. You should have more than enough money as long as you're not wasting all of your money on liquids and, you know, cleaning items and stuff. Otherwise, you will easily have all of the power washers and all of their attachments before you get to the last few jobs of the game. Then we get to this trophy right here. You have to equip a new outfit, gloves, and washer modification. This one, I would suggest saving for much later after you've purchased all the power washers and all of their attachments, purely because it can cost a bit of money to purchase everything, and you don't want to increase the time it's going to take you to get your ultimate power washer. Then a vast majority of the trophies in this game are tied to completing jobs in certain ways. So you have to completely power wash the van using only the red nozzle. It's a silver trophy because, again, the red nozzle is the 0-degree nozzle. It basically shoots just a straight high-powered stream out, but without a whole lot of like radius or diameter or whatever measurement I was using. So it takes a little while, but it's nothing too difficult. The backyard, the 12 stepping stones, you spawn in on top of them, just clean them first and you're good to go. In the playground, you just have to roll the football. It's a soccer ball for those of us here in the US. Up the Stegosaurus slide, you are just going to need to use the red nozzle, most likely to bounce it up onto the ledge and then to bounce it up again onto the back of the Stegosaur. The bungalow, you have to clean the gutters last, there's a few trophies where you have to do something last, and those are a little bit more annoying just because you have to be a little bit more careful with not cleaning everything else first. Or with making sure that you clean everything else first, excuse me there. The detached house, pathway, driveway, and driveway edges first are all very, very easy. The soul of the shoe house, this one's actually pretty easy though because the soul is pretty big, so it's very easy to save for last and not 100% clean at any point. The fire station job, this one is a little bit tougher just because, like, you can clean the actual fire station no problem, but there's this giant fire tower in the back. And there's some parts of it that are pretty tough to get to. Apparently you can do it with the starting power washer, but I would highly, highly recommend waiting until you have one of the better power washers with the long or extra long extensions, as that is going to make it much easier to clean some of the upper parts of the tower without using that scaffolding. Also, according to the Xbox Achievements website, you can get onto the scaffolding, clean everything with it, and then quit out of the job and join back into it, clean the last little bit of the job, and then when you finish it, it will count, but I don't know if that works on PlayStation, so I can't guarantee that will work for these versions of the game. This one's pretty easy in the skate park. Just find the soccer ball and push it out with the red nozzle from the bowl. The fire truck windows, windscreen, and mirrors is simple enough. Just mark them from your menu. The penny far thing, you don't even have to clean it in a specific way. You just have to stand on top of it for 10 seconds. Super, super easy. The tree house, there are like 12-ish lanterns, and you can just mark them. They're all pretty easy to get, and they're not really surrounded by anything that's going to be quickly cleaned. The helicopter blades, you have to get both the standard blades and like the tail rotor blades. So there's 10 total. Pretty simple though. The carousel without turning it off, that one is a little bit annoying just because the carousel does move around, so it does take a little bit of extra time to clean everything, but it's nothing too difficult once you sort of get used to how the game plays and all. The temple, this one's really easy. You can clean the upper parts of the temple, and then when you get to like 99%, quit out of the job and then join back into it, and the gnome will be reset to the top of the temple, and then you don't have to worry about this trophy. That one definitely works on the PlayStation consoles. It also apparently worked on the Xbox. Then in the washroom, you have to clean just the toilets last. I think for that it was specifically the part that's marked toilet, not necessarily the other parts of the toilet. I believe that's what happened with it, but I believe a few people have had issues with this trophy. Maybe it's not necessarily that it's buggy, but just that it's very easy to like accidentally clean the toilet part and not all the other parts of it first. The Helter Skelter, this one's a little bit tricky just because there's quite a few things to clean and some of them are a little bit tough to reach. There's maybe like 16 light bars that surround the actual ride as well as the sign, so there are several things you have to clean with this. This one's pretty easy. The laser and anti-gravity parts are all pretty easy to get. There's like 4 total anti-gravity parts and then the laser, so it's not too bad. The monster truck, just do the tires first. That's pretty self-explanatory. The Ferris wheel with the gnome, you have to climb up the Helter Skelter while you're in the Ferris wheel job, pick up the gnome, and then place it in a cart with you on the Ferris wheel. Simple enough. The subway platform, the advertising boards, there's about 8 of them, but they're all really, really easy to get. They're all very large, very easy to see. The ancient statue, you have to knock over the 4 buckets. They're all very easy to find. Just use the red nozzle to spray them until they fall over. This one's a little bit time consuming just because the white nozzle is the worst nozzle because it has the widest spray but the least amount of power. So you have to complete the entire ancient monument using only that white nozzle. It does make it take longer than it would normally, but it's still not anything too difficult. And then the fishing boat is also fairly simple. Just do the bow, steps, and main deck first. Nothing really to worry about. For this trophy, you have to complete every single job in the career mode. There's 38 total. And the very last one, that giant temple, man, that one takes forever. That is a massive, massive job. There's a lot of stuff to clean on that one. Like, that one alone is going to take you well over an hour to do if you're playing the whole game solo. There is a way to play the game in co-op, but I'm not actually sure how that affects the trophies, so be very wary if you're going to play it in co-op, because I, again, don't know exactly how it's going to affect your trophies. The fairground, knock over the coconuts. I can't remember which one I did this on, if I did this on the carousel or the Helter Skelter. I don't remember which one I did it on, but you just have to spray all of the coconuts in like one of the games, in one of the little booths. It's easy enough, just I can't remember exactly which fair job it was, or fairground job it was. Then you have to earn 150 stars in career mode. You'll get all of these naturally while beating the game because there's 190 total. This one, I did it on the skate park, but apparently it's not the easiest one to do it on, which, I mean, I just did it on the skate park because I knew I could get it there. But apparently the easiest one is the penny farthing because it only has like 9 objects on it. The van seems like it would be fairly easy. The golf cart seems like it might be fairly easy as well. But I did it on the skate park, which does not seem to be the common choice for it. And then you have one more trophy here for completing something first on a job, the drill. That one's easy enough. Then you have to get 5 of the gold medals in challenge mode. This can be a little bit tricky. It's the only thing that keeps this game from being like a 1 or a 1.5 out of 10 in difficulty, because getting 5 gold medals isn't the easiest thing in the world, but there are certain jobs that are much easier than others. I would personally recommend the 6 best jobs, I would say, are the water and time trials for the van, the water and time trials for the golf cart, the water trial for the motorcycle and sidecar, and then the time challenge probably for the bungalow is about your easiest one out of the location ones. So I would recommend looking into those 6 and just doing whichever the first 5 are that you come across that you find to be the easiest. It's not too hard, but it is going to take several tries to get through some of those vehicles because they have really, really tight limits on both time and water. And then finally, you have to complete any special job. Unfortunately, the game doesn't actually save when you complete a special job. Like, you can keep recompleting them over and over again, which is fine and all, but it doesn't really give you any real progress for doing any of them. So just clean any one special job. The easiest one is the Mars rover. So just clean that and you will get this last trophy and you will get your platinum. Once again, fantastic game, something that's so simple yet so much fun to actually play. I really don't have any complaints. It's a great game to just chill out and relax on after a long day. So with that, level 819, 11%, 25,372 total trophies, 698 platinums, 4,537 golds, 6,692 silvers, 13,445 bronzes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you guys back here for the next one.